Oh my gosh. You know you have 30 minutes? 30, yes. I'm regretting this. Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Herica. Today is December 31st, 2024, and today we're doing the end of the year book tag. If you're unfamiliar, I'm basically just gonna be answering a bunch of questions relating to all the books I read this year, like my most disappointing book of the year, stuff like that. This is like my first sit down like type of video. Also, oh my gosh, I just hit 10k subscribers on YouTube and I'm so happy. If you're subscribed to me, thank you so much. Anyways, let's get started. I only have an hour to film this video because I have to get ready. It's New Year's Eve and I'm filming this video, so I hope I get this up tomorrow on New Year's Day. I know that's a little late. I meant to film this yesterday, but I didn't, so here we are. Okay, I got these questions from Lara Reads. She did this like a couple weeks ago. I just copied the questions, so we're gonna be answering those same questions she answered in her video. I'm gonna link her video in the description too, so you guys can check it out. And I'm also gonna be putting the question on the screen so you guys know what the heck I'm talking about. Some books I'm gonna be talking about I don't have a physical copy of, so I'm just gonna put them on the screen as well. Yeah, get cozy. I'm in my PJs. I hope you're in your PJs. Get you a little drink because we're gonna be yapping for however long this video is gonna be. Okay, let's get started. First question is most disappointing book of the year. I have a couple, I think. I'm gonna have to say House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. I was looking forward to this book. I to be honest with you, like I don't even remember what the fuck happened. Like I read this in the beginning of the year. I just know how I felt and I felt disappointed like after finishing it. Like the first half of this, you know, where Bryce was in the beginning of this book, that was fun. I remember being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. And then she went back and then somehow everything was getting dragged out. But then the last like 30 pages, it was like rushed. I don't know what the freak happened. But yeah, I was so disappointed in this book. I think I gave this like 3.5 stars. Maybe I rounded up to 4 just because I do love the series. I love the first book, and then the second book not as much, but this was the most disappointing read probably in the series, so I was very sad. My other most disappointing book of the year is Glow of the Everflame, which is book 2 to Spark of the Everflame. You guys, I did a reading vlog on this and remember how much I loved it. The second book was so disappointing. Like the main character, she just failed me so bad. Like everything she did not make sense. She just kept annoying me. Everything she did annoyed the heck out of me. She just kept protecting the same people who hates her, keeps hurting her and using her. Like girl, come on. And I tried reading the third book. I think that was Heat of the Everflame. I read like 100 pages of that and she was already annoying me, so yeah, that was the most disappointing one. I really had high hopes for this series. The first book was really good. Like I gave it like 4.5 stars. Second book 2 stars and third book is a DNF. So sad. I feel like it's such a fumble. Like you fumbled the story with that main character. Like I love the plot, but it's just the main character I just cannot stand. Okay, next question. What was an underdog book? Underdog, I would say Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I only say that because I was not expecting a lot from this book. Like, I read it when I was in a reading slump and it took me out of it like that. Like, I loved this book so much. The funny thing is, I went through my emails and before this even popped off, the author emailed me like a while back and I just didn't see it. And she was like, can you review my book? And I didn't see it. And like months later, I ended up picking up her book and reading it and loving it. Oh my gosh, girl, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I love this book. But yeah, I was not expecting anything from this book and it ended up being one of my top 10 reads of the year. Loved it. Okay, that was easy. Okay, what was an overhyped book you read? Guys, overhyped book. Everyone's gonna hate me, but I read the entire Twisted series and King of Sin series. I picked up Twisted Love this year, finally. It was not what it's hyped up to be honest. Like, I know a lot of people love it, but it just wasn't for me, unfortunately. Alex. Everyone loves this man. Actually, he's funny, okay? When he started singing, I literally had to put the book down and go for a walk. I didn't hate it, okay? This is also a book I picked up because I was in a reading slump, and honestly, I didn't put it down. So it took me out of my reading slump. So I give it points for that. I think I give this like a 2-star. I just wasn't for me, okay? Sorry. But you know what I did like? Twisted Lies. This is my favorite book in the Twisted series. I loved Christian Harper. Loved him. A book that surprised me. Oh, I'm gonna just take the entire series. A book that surprised me, well, book series, was the Played Prisoner series. I think the third book surprised me the most, because these two, this one was meh, and then this book, the ending of this book was really good, and then this book, she was so good. Like, I ate up every single page. Like, I was honestly surprised, because when you start off a series with like a meh, like, you're not expecting much, but honestly each book kept getting better and better. I am currently in the middle of the 4th book. That one though, I don't know what's taking me so long to like finish it. I've been like halfway, and it's just like, I don't know what's about it that's not making me pick it up, but I'm gonna get back into it. I want to finish this series because I really love this series actually. So yeah, this book was really surprising. Like, the ending is really freaking good. Okay, your favorite book couples of the year. I have a few. I'm gonna bring out the entire series because every couple in this book series I loved. I loved Magnolia and BJ. I loved Daisy and Christian. I love Magnolia and Julian. Honorable mention in a healthy way, okay? I know about the Julian crazies. You guys, let's not go after the author if you don't like how her book ended. Like, come on. I was sad, but I love the way it ended. I hated BJ for a long time. Like, a long time. Like, I probably hated him until the last book, to be honest. Like, I was still rooting for somebody else. But Magnolia and BJ have that sort of love that you just can't find anywhere. They're the definition of soulmates. No ifs and or buts. Honestly, I'm happy for them. And it makes me cry sometimes. Like, I'm about to cry about it now. Like, I can't believe their story's over. Like, sorry, I just got emotional because I love this book series so much. It's probably my favorite book series next to Throne of Glass. That's big. That's huge for me to say, but honestly, it is. It is. I love Jessa Hastings. I love her writing. Okay, I am like yapping too much. Okay, let me shut up. Also love every couple Emily Henry writes. I love. Like, I love every single characters in this book. Every couple. And I love Violet and Xaden. But I don't know, after Iron Flame, I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest. Like, I hope nothing bad happens. And then another couple I actually love was Rave and Khan from When the Moon Hatched. I loved reading about their backstory. It was so heartbreaking and sad. I love them. I also love Liz and Wes. I read this in a reading vlog for my 24-hour reading challenge. Love them. This is definitely a definition of like a rom-com. Honestly, I loved every second of it. Peyton and Kai from Powerless. I love them. And then the next question, your favorite main characters of the year. My favorite main characters of the year: Magnolia Parks, Daisy Hates, The Crows. I finished Crooked Kingdom like a month ago, I think. I'm still thinking about it. I actually can't get over it. You can see all the books in the back. New favorite author you discovered this year? More like rediscovered, because I would say Emily Henry. When I first read Beach Read was like 2 years ago, and I DNF'd it. I think it was just like the wrong time at the time when I picked it up, and then I picked it back up like this year and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars, and now I'm like trying to read every single book of hers. I only have Book Lovers, and I want to get A Funny Story, I think. Yeah, I heard that one's good. New favorite author, I'd say Lauren Roberts. I read all her books too. Jessa Hastings, I already mentioned that. But yeah, those probably are my favorite authors of the year. Okay, next question. Author that didn't work out for you this year. I would say Cora Riley. What was it that I read? I think it was like Bound. It was Bound by Honor by Cora Riley. Didn't work out for me. Just gave it a 1 star. It was like a marriage of convenience trope. You guys know I love that trope, but I didn't like that book. I read the 3rd book and I think I liked that one better. Still, even though I gave like 2 stars. Okay, next one. What is the happiest book you read this year? I don't think I read anything like happy. I would have to say Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter again. I just thought this was the cutest, like funnest, light read, rom-com. It's the perfect YA book. I think it's so like lighthearted. It just made me happy reading it. And then the 2nd book was a little bit heavier because of what the main characters were going through, but this one was very happy to me. Okay, what is the saddest book you read this year? Oh, I have a couple. Powerful by Lauren Roberts. If you know, you know. I actually did the tandem read with Powerless and Powerful. I don't recommend that because you will be bawling your eyes out. Like, I was sobbing. Like, I'm gonna insert like a clip of me sobbing over this book. Honestly, like, I was a mess. Like, I'm sorry, trigger warning, ugly crying, but like I was full on like it hurt so bad because the same scene like back to back in different point of views, it will get you. Okay, this is probably even more sadder than Powerful. And it is Magnolia Park's Into the Dark by Jessa Hastings. I think I cried in every single chapter, page, point of view. Like, every single page of this book, I like shed a tear. I'm laughing, but at the time, like, I was so heartbroken. Like, my heart was clenched. I was like clutching my pearls. This was so sad. Like, but it is like one of my top reads, to be honest, of the year. So I love her. The most frustrating book you read this year? Oh, The Wrong Bride by Katharina Mora. That was frustrating. Like, it made me want to throw my Kindle across the room multiple times. Like, if you read that one, you know, like, it was so repetitive and all the characters were annoying me. Like, every single one. The main characters, side characters, everybody. So that was frustrating. And then I'm gonna say it again, Glow of the Everflame and Heat of the Everflame. I don't even want to talk about them anymore. I'm still frustrated. The best book adaptation of the year, I only watched, I think, It Ends With Us. That one was not good. And Dune. Dune was really freaking good. Okay. Your favorite covers of the year. Honestly, the OG covers of Magnolia Parks. Like, you're kidding me. Every single detail, especially in the last book. This one, so beautiful. This one is probably my favorite though. Like, if you read the series, like, it's just perfect. It's the perfect cover. My queen. I love her. Okay, and then a book you haven't stopped thinking about. I have to say Reckless. Like, the ending of this book, like, it pops in my head like once in a while. And then Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. I read this in the last video. Girl, the plot twist, I have not stopped thinking about it. And of course, once again, Crooked Kingdom. Okay, and then Unpopular book you loved, probably Metal Slinger. I think it's slowly getting the hype it deserves. So is Quicksilver. And When the Moon Hatched. Those 3 are probably the least popular ones that I have, I think. Honestly, guys, I can't even remember what I read this year, I think. Books you thought you'd love but didn't. If you saw my other videos, you know it is The Striker by Ana Huang. I was so excited for this, and it just was not for me, unfortunately. I don't know what it was. I just didn't connect with the main characters. It's like almost 600 pages when it could have been 300, I think. But I do love Ana Huang, so I was pretty disappointed in this one. Okay, book with the most unique concept you read this year. Unique concept? Probably Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is a marriage of convenience trope with a werewolf and a vampire. I don't think I've ever read a book with that plot since like 10 years ago, like during my Wattpad era. This was addicting to read though. Like, I honestly loved every second of it. I need Ali Hazelwood to write like 14 of this book, like Give me 14 of them right now. Book you read this year that you would reread. The only thing I can think of that I would reread is probably Beach Read and Happy Place. I genuinely could see myself rereading these because they were both 5-star reads. And I love the stories, I love the characters, and I cannot wait for the movie adaptations. I'm very excited. And I would reread them before the movie or show comes out. Goodreads 2024 reading reflection and reading goal for 2025. I actually reached my goal early this year. I set it to 70 books this year, and I think I read like 75 to 80 books because I didn't count like a lot of graphic novels that I read, like mangas and stuff like that. And my reading goal for 2025, I'm gonna set my goal to 100 books next year. I hope I get that because I don't think I've ever read 100 books in a year. Okay, next question. Book you wish you got to this year. I would say the Poppy War trilogy. I have a feeling that I'm gonna love this book. I just have a good feeling about this series. And the Boys of Tommen series. This is like the most popular book series, I think, ever. Honestly, I get comments on every single video about this book. I'm tired of missing out. And I know I'm gonna love this series. I just know it. So I'm definitely gonna be reading this. I just don't know when. And I do want to film like a reading vlog of reading the entire series. So let me know if you guys want to see that. What will you prioritize in your 2025 reading year? Just like reading for fun. Like I don't even think about the goal. Hopefully I don't get any like reading slumps because I did a couple times this year. But yeah, that was all the questions. I think I answered them all. I think I'm gonna do a couple more videos. I did a poll on my Instagram. I asked if you guys want to see me review every single book I read in 2024 or tier ranking every book I read, and a lot of people said both, so I'm gonna be doing 2 of those videos, so look out for that. It's a lot of yapping, but I think it'll be fun either way because I honestly like have forgotten every single book I read. Once I get to talking about it, it'll come back to me. I'm so happy I started this channel this year because last year I didn't really do any like end of the year wrap-ups, so this is pretty fun. Also, tomorrow is January 1st. We're starting our first read for my book club. Our January book club pick is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. It's a romantasy. We're starting this tomorrow. So if you want to read with us, I'm gonna put the link to my book club in the description so you guys can join. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a couple more videos coming up. Make sure you have those notifications turned on so you don't miss it. And as always, all my Goodreads and stuff like that is also down below, and all my socials so you can see what I'm currently reading or what I'm up to. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!